is Dr. Scott Crawford. I'm speaking to you from Jackson, Mississippi. I'm a retired clinical psychologist. I have multiple sclerosis, and that is why my voice sounds the way it does. I grew up in a family that my aunt is raising children in a same-sex marriage. Their relationship is much like everyone else's, with its ups and downs, its blessings and its trials. My education as a clinical psychologist solidified the knowledge that being LGBTQ is a healthy variation on human sexuality, and that the problems associated with it derive from societal prejudices and discrimination. Certainly, much of that anti-gay bias comes from religious communities. Since I'm unable to worship a God that rejects anyone ever, I'm limited to churches that explicitly welcome everyone, regardless of sexual identity or orientation, or any other difference that might exclude someone from full membership in the church. So I know I was deeply blessed when I found Broadmeadow United Methodist Church, a place that I know implicitly welcomes everyone, no matter what. In 2009, close friends of mine, Connie Campbell and Renee Sappington, gave a moving and heartfelt testimony at Mississippi's annual conference. They described the challenges they face finding and keeping a church home while living authentically as a lesbian couple. It was a watershed event, one of those times when God calls us to be more than we are, better than we are. It was then that I felt guided to work towards a church that explicitly welcomes everyone, including people who are LGBTQ. As you know, we have a long way to go. I'm sure you've heard that the Reverend Dr. Thomas W. Ogletree is facing charges for officiating over the wedding of his own son, Thomas. Indeed, some argue that our church should remain vague in its welcoming statements and not discuss LGBT concerns at all, calling them divisive. I must disagree. The Book of Discipline's policy explicitly condemns homosexuality as incompatible with Christian teaching. To stay true to Jesus' extravagant inclusivity, we must respond in kind with a bold and unequivocal affirmation that our LGBTQ brothers and sisters are fully welcome in God's houses of worship. As Renee and Connie said in their testimony, the church is God's house, not ours. We're not entitled to exclude or disparage people who are different from us. Let us work tirelessly for a church that embraces everyone as a manifestation of the living God. Dr. Martin Luther King said, "In the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. This friend will not remain silent."